Hi, my name is Rachel McMillan, and I'm the author of the Herringford and Watt series for Harvest House, as well as the upcoming Van Buren and DeLuca series for HarperCollins, and I am absolutely delighted to talk about Christy by Catherine Marshall, which is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. There would be no inspirational or faith fiction without Christy. The award that we give for the highest rank of Christian fiction every year is eponymously named for its heroine. I first read Christy at a really interesting time in my life, and what stuck out to me was that it was a novel about imperfect faith and questions. And growing up as a pastor's kid in a small town, those were just the conversations that we didn't have. And here was Catherine Marshall using this 19-year-old out of the water in the Appalachian Mountains, so far away from her home in Asheville and her life, and asking questions. And not just Christy, but the people around her. She is challenged to confront her faith in a very authentic way by the three other protagonists in the novel. By Neil McNeil, the agnostic doctor, by Alice Henderson, the Quaker woman who has her own history with the church, and by David Grantland, a minister who has his own doubts. And it was really surprising and wonderful for me to learn that Christianity is about authenticity. At one point, Christy mentions that what she wrote bordered on blasphemy, but she figured if God was truth, he would appreciate her candor. He would want her to rail and rant and ultimately grow closer to him through her well-thought questions. I think that imperfect faith is something that is really wonderful to see in fiction. It's something that's real, something that's authentic, and it's something that Catherine Marshall pursued so well in her nonfiction. So Christy is, for me as a reader, very much a reflection of some of the stumbling blocks of my own faith walk. And there have been times when I have used it as a crux. I return to it again and again. As a writer who loves language, there is nothing more beautiful than the way that Catherine Marshall describes the Great Smoky Mountains. Nothing more perfect than the vernacular she uses to perfectly caption the mountain people of Cutter Gap. And there's nothing more romantic than Christy's faith awakening being met with her challenge by two very different, interesting men. Hashtag Team Neil McNeil. I love this book, and I think that it is one of the lasting classics for faith readers and for non-faith readers. Its accessibility is one of the greatest parts of it. And Catherine Marshall remains one of my go-to writers, whether through her fictional lens with Christy and Julie, or through her nonfiction work, her devotionals, and A Man Called Peter. And Gilead is really, really lucky to have this amazing book on its shelf. And if you have not read Christy and you need any more convincing, you just come find me and I will tell you. I will tell you right now. Thank you.